The age-old debate about gays reared its head in the lawmaking chamber Tuesday when MPs for Lejokuku, Dr. Okuboy, Ho West MP Emmanuel Kwesi Bedra, Kratche West Helen Intoso, and Nsawam Aduajiri MP Frank Anodompre in joint statement called attention to negative effects of the practice.
Right Honourable Speaker, what is even more interesting is that it is not only in the area of physical diseases that homosexuals experience higher disease burden. In the area of psychiatric or mental disorders, homosexuality leads to greater risks as well. Medical studies show that depression affects LGBT people at higher rates than the heterosexual population, youth, etc.
Mr. Speaker, also under the Ghanaian laws, there is no legal recognition of same-sex marriage or couples. Cap 127, Marriage Ordinances of 1951, and Cap 129, Marriages of Mohammedans, Ordinance of 1907, all concur that marriage should be between a man and a wife, and a bachelor and a spinster. Juxtaposing these laws we have alluded to, it is also obvious and crystal clear that there is no place for LGBT in our beloved country, Ghana.
Mr. Speaker, it is important that in this country we are emphatic. Let me also be quick to add that our clergy have been doing enough. They have been preaching against this in our churches and in our mosques every day. And to be honest with you, in our cultural setting, any word that is considered abominable is not often spoken of. And so when you hear that people are not talking enough against this act, it's because we see it to be very distasteful. In our ears, it is very unpleasant.
In a contribution, Efutu MP Alexander Afenyo-Markin took exception to the general condemnation of homosexuals, arguing practitioners also have rights.
Mr. Speaker, you have also been bold in making known your views on homosexuality. But Mr. Speaker, let me say that many of the opponents of homosexuality have failed to wage a consistent campaign. Maybe publicly people will pretend, but Mr. Speaker, as we know, it is a way of life of people who are responsible in society, and that is what they think they are. They have their justification. You cannot go and impose your views on them. But if you want to say that it is wrong, you should be firm and proactive in your views.
MP for Pusiga, Ladi Ayamba, revealed a group of homosexuals approached members of the Gender Committee of Parliament to facilitate legalization of homosexuality.
Mr. Speaker, we happen to be in a program where this incident was discussed. We made it clear to them, I in particular, what I told them was that, well, for us, we will discuss it, we will take it up. But we want them to come and sit in the public gallery and declare that they are the gay people in Ghana here. And we would also present the matter before Mr. Speaker and hear what he would say. Believe you me or not, it brought the discussion to an end. As for Honorable Ajua, she is here, she can attest to what I am saying. She simply said, my father will slaughter me. That was what she said.
Minister for Zongo and Inner City Development, Boniface Sadiq, threw the entire House into a frenzy when he questioned why any rational human being will opt for same-sex as partner, arguing the practice is un-Ghanaian.
Women will relate to their contrary partners, just like the men will also do same to the contrary partners. There's nothing that you can enjoy better than, linking up with your opposite sex. Even the animal, the cock enjoys so much when it is trying to cross with a hen. I have never seen a cock crossing with a cock.
And when the hen is asking the cock, why are you behaving this publicly? Say, I have covered you. It's nice. So what is better than this?
To Minority Chief Whip and Asawase MP, Muntaka Mubarak, African leaders must be bold to reply Western leaders when they make demands for legalization of homosexuality.
We must not allow our compatriots in Europe and America to be making those comments in gatherings where we don't respond. Because if our heads of states represent us, and then they are also represented, the Europeans and Americans are represented by their leaders, and they will have the courage to stand before heads of states and make those comments, it is our expectation that we get our heads of states to also represent us by standing up right there to tell them that this is the least of our priorities. Because, Mr. Speaker, we may be taking it lightly.
Second Deputy Speaker said a holistic debate was needed before Parliament could make a pronouncement.